Hello, beer lovers. Mike, the Upside Down Beer Guy. On today's edition of the Upside Down Beer Guy, I'm going to be reviewing A Deal with the Devil Red Bourbon Batch 2. It's bourbon barrel aged barley wine. It's made by Hands Brewing Company. They're located in Ardmore, Pennsylvania, and it comes with a hefty ABV of 17%. Now, Tired Hands collaborated with the masters at Anchorage Brewing Company out of Anchorage, Alaska, to create this monster of a barley wine. Anchorage has the original Deal with the Devil. I haven't tried that one yet. I need to get my hands on some. Anyway, this is brewed with Galaxy hops and aged for 48 long months in a single Basil Hayden bourbon barrel. Gotta love a good oak slumber. Pours a nice dark mahogany, a very minimal tan head that's going to fade rather quickly and just leave a ring, and I can smell that bourbon from here. Bourbon and a good amount of barrel too. You usually don't get the barrel out front like that. It's usually later on in the aroma. Some raisins and fig. Some brandy notes. A little bit of grain. Toffee. Quite a different aroma profile than I expected. Let's see if that translates good on the palate. Ooh. Okay, it's got a nice boozy kick. And then some sweetness came in along with the booziness. I wouldn't say it's cloying, but it's a lot sweeter than I expected out of a barley wine. Quite a lot of barrel as well. Good strong amount of bourbon though. Well, 17%. I expected some good bourbon. Not sure if I ever had a barley wine with this much barrel to it. Kind of dampens down the sweetness a little bit, but the sweetness is actually building a little bit. I'm getting a lot of brandy notes too, which is quite unusual for a barley wine. Pretty good amount of dark fruits too. I'm getting those raisins, plum, some fig. Surprisingly, what I'm not getting is vanilla. You would think, 4 years in oak would draw out that vanilla nuance, but I'm not getting any at all. Expect a little more grains to build to. After all, it is a barley wine. This drink's more like a port wine rather than a barley wine beer. A little bit of toffee on the finish. Getting legs on a glass like a glass of wine. It's known as the Gibbs Marangoni effect, which is a result of differences in surface tensions caused by the evaporation of alcohol. As alcohol evaporates faster than the base, in this case the barley wine, it creates surface tension gradients. As you drink the glass, liquid flows up. If you drink from the glass, liquid flows up. Some evaporation occurs and leaves streaks or legs on the way back down. It's both chemistry and physics because it involves the interactions of surface tensions and fluid dynamics. Medium body, not as complex as I thought it would be. Like I said, it drinks more like a port wine or a brandy than it does a barley wine. Finishes with a little boozy warmth. And I like the homage to the Grateful Dead on the label. right here is a tiny little Grateful Dead skull on the cufflink on the skeleton sleeve. Rest in peace, Bob Weir. He left a lot of great music behind. I'm kind of torn on this one. I'll give it a 50-50. Almost gave it a thumbs up, but it doesn't drink like a barley wine. It drinks like a brandy or port wine. Anyway, thank you for joining me in the Upside Down Beer Guy, where I flip for beer. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Until next time, cheers, my fellow Zythophiles.